Snoop. I've got Snoop on the brain ever since his commentary for the Tyson Jones fight last Saturday night. I thought it was great, by the way.
No, this is Wiz Khalifa.
Wiz Khalifa. Well, I love seeing Snoop anyway, and love seeing Michael Buffer back in action. How great was that? David, you're in Philly. What do you make of the new Trump test for naturalization? Hi, David. David is not there. Let me instead try Drew in New York City. Hi, Drew.
Hi, Michael. How are you?
All good.
Good. This is my first time calling you. I'm the one that sent in the critical thinking about my dad's letter from Pete Hamill.
Man, I love that story. And I was not surprised at Pete's handling of the whole situation.
Yeah, I thought you'd love it, given how you had spoken so highly of him during the previous weeks when he had passed away.
Yep.
So thank you for everything you do every day. It really is so nice to listen frequently, especially during the election season. With regard to this, the immigration test, I have no problem with the immigration test. What it seems to me, though, is given how onerous it is for people to become a citizen and to get to that point, it seems to me they should probably administer it as a gating test before that, because if people can't pass the test, however difficult it is, then they shouldn't go through all the hoops and expense of getting a green card and all the different things that everyone needs to do, because honestly, it's a waste of time if the test is going to be too much of a challenge for them.
I don't know. I could say the same thing about law school, right? My parents ponied up a lot of money for me for 3 years at Penn, and what if in the end I hadn't passed the bar?
That's true, but I think with this, first of all, the questions are out there. It's 100 and something questions. It almost feels like a non-multiple choice version of the driver's license test, and it shouldn't take more than a couple of days to study it as compared to what you learn in law school for 3 years.
I think that this test, good observations though, Drew, and thanks again for that wonderful, wonderful story. One of the better critical thinking elements that we've received. I think that this test puts pressure on those who administer it, because I think in some areas it's going to get subjective, where it is not multiple choice, and where there are a number of, here, I'll give you an example of what I'm talking about. Question: name one example of American innovation. Just think about this for a moment. This is one of the questions in the new civics test, the 2020 version for naturalized citizenship. 128 of them. You'll be given 20, and you've got to answer 12 correctly. That's a doubling of where it had been in the past. So, question on that list: name one example of American innovation. Now, those that are offered, have you come up with your answer yet? You only need to have one. Light bulb, automobile. They would accept, cars, internal combustion engine, Elon Musk. No, I threw that in there. By the way, thank you, Tesla. I'm back to driving my own car, and everything is fine.
Oh, is that right?
Yeah. I mean, as
window
wonderful,
fixed?
Yeah, as wonderful an automobile as the Y is, so too is their customer service and responsiveness.
Did they have any idea
that.
what the situation was? Did they diagnose the issue?
I don't know. I don't know. All I know is I've got a window that I'm not driving in 30-degree temperatures.
In the rain.
Light bulb, automobile, skyscraper. Interesting. Like if you said to me, give me an example of American innovation, I don't think I would have said skyscraper. Airplane, assembly line, landing on the moon, integrated circuit. Now, there's a great example of what I'm talking about. So imagine that I'm someone who has come through the process. Now I'm taking the test. It's the last step to become a U.S. citizen. And integrated circuit, that's not a part of my Well, again, you'd study this test and you'd know what to say. You'd say integrated circuit. But what if they said computer chip? What if they said computer? What if somebody said Apple computer? I think that puts an onus on the person who administers it, the USCIS. Are they going to accept Apple computer?